Morning, everyone. If you want to find a seat, if available, that would be great. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Scott Whittick, and I'm the Executive Director of the Community Engagement Institute located here at WSU Old Town. We're happy to be in the heart of the city to host events like this, bringing in the community to learn and engage with each other. And that's the focus of 1 Million Cups. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Aaron Wirtz. He's the starter of CurveBreak, and he's going to talk about it here today. So, Aaron, I'll turn it over to you.
Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Great. It's great to be here. I've been to several of these 1 Million Cups events, and I'm really excited about the sort of momentum and energy that they are generating in Wichita, and it's really an honor to be in front of you here today. And again, my name is Aaron Wirtz, and it's that point in the morning where the Nitro Joe starts to kind of hunch you over, and you start to really see the world in a brand new light. So if I start to talk a little fast, I apologize, but I just love that stuff. Every Wednesday I get my Nitro Joe's fix, and I really appreciate that sponsorship. But what I'm here to talk about today is not just my company, CurveBreak, which is a pretty straightforward, I guess you could say, video production and marketing, digital marketing agency, but a product that I'm going to be launching here in a couple of weeks, and that is called Dealerography. And again, it's a very simple idea, but I believe that I am uniquely positioned to present this product into the marketplace. So, if you're near a TV or a radio, you might recognize me from my work as the media personality for the Supercar Guys brand. And I've learned a lot of interesting things from that experience, as you can imagine, but I've gained a lot of good experience there, which I think is valuable here for this as well. So just a little bit of background here, I'll make this quick. I've been speaking at automotive conferences on the national level for about 3 years now and have developed a pretty significant network of contacts in the industry, both on the vendor side of the business and on the dealership side of the business. And like a lot of industries, vendor versus dealer has become a big topic of conversation because naturally the vendor space especially is getting very crowded with as many digital companies that want to come in and sell you the next greatest thing to solve all of your problems with data analytics, SEO, social media marketing, and on and on and on. So there I am as a supercar guy. I've been to Google a couple of times. Google, of course, is very interested in the future of the car business, both with the products that they're looking to release, but also the ad revenue that they can collect. Most recently, I was featured in Jay Bayer's book, Hug Your Haters. So haters are something that I've got a little bit of experience with. This particularly was that, yeah, as you can imagine, this case study was that shame on Subaru of Wichita for having unbeatable prices thing that landed us on Fox News, among other things. But what I'm here to talk to you today is a video training product called Dealerography. So video, like in a lot of industries, is a huge topic in the retail automotive industry. Cisco has predicted that 90% of internet traffic will be video traffic here in just a few years. And so naturally, dealerships are trying to crack the video code, and a lot of people have tried, but I think that they're overcomplicating things because you have your vendor gurus who recommend that everybody takes these cell phone videos that end up kind of looking like this. Hey, Miss Jones, how are you doing? I got your 93 Elantra right here. That sort of thing. They look like garbage. It's not what I would want my brand to look like. Or you have things, you have ideals which are prohibitively expensive, like hiring a company like CurveBreak to do all of your video content, which on a day-to-day level probably isn't realistic for a dealership looking to be competitive, looking to stand out on the internet. So what I suggest here is a video training course that teaches video production. I know it's very simple, but like I said, I feel like because of my connections, because of my experience, I'm uniquely positioned to introduce that into the marketplace. Now, most of these videos, I think I have a few more to shoot. They have been shot. They have been uploaded. I have a shell site, dealerography.com, which you're welcome to look at. It's really more just for the purpose of lead capture at this point. And I'll be adding in the e-commerce capabilities and so forth here momentarily. But it will teach just the basics of how to expose your camera, how to find interesting things at the dealership, how to present a car, how to get a customer testimonial, all of these ground level issues that prevent car dealers from making videos. I know that it seems so simple. Hey, you make a video. But naturally, when things get crazy, when the showroom gets busy, things are loud, things are noisy. Obviously, the showroom and the service area is not optimized for video production. How do you get around those ground level things? Something I've been doing for years. And again, it's not theoretical for me. It's something that I actually do. And so the pre-launch marketing of this has been very encouraging. I've shot and produced a series of promo videos. The first one being Shoot Like a Rock Star, which I've been running some Facebook and Twitter ads, which it's pretty straightforward. If you are looking to generate leads on social media, let me know. I'd be happy to share with you what I've learned. I think I'm up to 53 good leads from this social media campaign and really haven't spent much money. Facebook is still between 3 to 5 cents per view, at least for the audience that I'm targeting. So again, I'm very encouraged about that. There's my wife and daughter. They starred in the video. And I also blog on the national dealership blogging scene. Dealer Refresh, DrivingSales.com are great for generating leads as well, because I do know the founders of those, and they help me out with their email blasts and so forth. And so I'm looking to launch on April 4th, and my goal is 100 dealerships in the first 6 months. I want 100 dealerships in the first 6 months. I want 100 dealerships in the first 6 months. I'm going to speak it into being, and I'm going to make it happen. I struggle with setting specific goals, and 2016 for me is about changing that. So I want 100 dealerships in the first 6 months. Thank you very much for your time, and now it is time for questions.
Okay, I apologize for missing the beginning. I'm Bob, by the way. So give me the monetization story. You know, how much you're charging and so forth.
Yes, I'm looking at, for the video training course, between $500 to $700 for a 90-day license, which if they would like to renew, they're welcome to do that. But if they can get the value of the training program from that, then that's what we'll do. Now, there will be some upsells. There will be a feedback package included, or not included, but as an upsell. And then I also offer in-person training where if they don't feel like they can figure it out on their own, or using the educational materials, myself or one of my associates will travel to the site, which is very common in the dealership world.
Okay, quick reaction.
Sure.
Too much money. All right. Now, one thing you may want to think of, I'm just interested in what other people think. Can you think of something that you could charge relatively cheaply, like 20 or 30 bucks, to basically get them hooked? So that if they try the 20 or 30 buck version and then they realize, hey, this is really cool, then I can pay more on the upsell. But I'm just trying to think of a way to reel them in.
Sure, and I hear what you're saying. The car dealership industry is kind of unique in that way, where training products that, it's not uncommon for a dealership to spend several $1,000s a month on video training for their salespeople. And I know that this is a little bit different, but it's one of those industries that's very unique in that way, where compared to other industries, they spend a lot of money on training. And so we'll see. The market will bear that out, but I feel like that's a realistic, doable price.
Aaron, your presentation didn't suck. Just wanted you to know that.
Thanks, Devin.
How many dealers do you have lined up now? And are you only targeting Kansas?
No, I'm specifically not targeting Kansas, actually. I set the radius for the Facebook ads to go outside of there, just because, I don't know, that's just one thing that I did. Like I said, I have 53 leads, which when a lead comes in, I'll email or call them and try to set up a relationship. Now, some of these people I know from conferences and so forth also, so I feel like those are a little bit stronger leads. But that's kind of what I'm looking at this point. And so I feel like, naturally, I don't expect 100% of those leads to convert into sales just right out of the gate, but I feel like it'll be a nice little shot in the arm for launch time.
Are you looking for backing then? What's your goal today's presentation?
Today's presentation, honestly, is to speak it into being and to, just kind of let the community know that not only am I doing this, but I also offer other sorts of marketing strategy services as well. And I think once I demonstrate some success, not if, but when I demonstrate some success with this product, that there will be some opportunities to help people in the local community develop video training products, which then they can go ahead and sell. And that's something that I'm actually discussing with one of my marketing clients who's here locally, who I really feel like has a killer opportunity to make some video training. And you know, it's something that we're working the bugs out, because naturally creating a video training course is a lot of work, and they wouldn't be able to pay for it up front. So I don't know if there's an equity share arrangement that would make sense for that, or but I feel like there's some opportunities there. Yeah, Benny?
So you touched on the rise of video, and I think that's going to be very convincing for obviously every business to get into video. But what are some things you're doing to advocate for the importance and value of video in dealerships, to kind of sell them on the idea that it's important for them to be in that space too?
That's a good question. I mean, of course, as with a lot of industries, there are two sides in the discussion. There are the dealers that still are hesitant to get on the internet. Yes, those people do exist. And then there are those who naturally, you're preaching to the choir, but the question is, how do I work this into my current sales process to where we're not jacking around all day making videos and not selling cars? Because naturally in a monthly sales cycle like the retail automotive industry, they want something that sells cars today, and that's a fair request, absolutely. I went and did an interview. I shot a little video over at All Things Barbecue. I don't know if you guys are familiar with All Things Barbecue here in Delano. They kill it with video. And so it would be easy for a store like that to say, hey, we've got a small staff. We just sell these grills that are, you know, between $600 and $1,200. I know that they sell premium grills that can be as much as cars, but and so I'm going to use that as a marketing example for car dealers to say, hey, look, you know, if All Things Barbecue, and now half their revenue comes from e-commerce, and it's an amazing story. I would highly recommend looking at there, because it's world-class level content. And here at this grill store in Wichita, Kansas, I think is remarkable. So that's one of the things that I'll use. Yeah.
I'm with Network Kansas and was curious, have you already determined who the decision maker is at these dealerships for you?
That's a good question, and it really varies, you know. But sometimes the digital marketing internet manager is empowered to make a decision, especially a decision on the level of $500. That might be something that they're given charge of the budget. Sometimes that goes up to the general manager level. Sometimes it goes up to the dealer principal level. There's really not one set, you know, this is absolutely the person that you need to talk to, because, I mean, in my case, for instance, technically I'm the media and marketing manager. However, budgeting decisions are a roundtable discussion with the upper management team. So, yeah.
Have you already been utilizing GIS to essentially generate a list of those positions nationwide so that you could communicate directly with them?
That's a good question. I haven't gotten that far along. No, right now I'm I guess just communicating directly with the leads that have come in through the social campaigns and the content marketing.
Aaron, this is Brandon. Have you
Brandon.
thought about making it more into a technology play? You have a set of templates that every car dealership should have. You give them the recipe, upload X, Y, and Z video clips, and then tomorrow we'll send you back the post-produced product.
You know, that's something I've thought about. Personally, I don't have the technology capabilities to do something like that. And so how I've gotten around that is with these lessons that are here in place, each lesson, like, you know, set your ISO, set your aperture, whatever it is, now go out and shoot this piece. And then at the end of the lesson, they'll have enough video to theoretically assemble this piece of content. And I know that it's not the most cutting edge or sexy thing to recommend to dealerships, but I believe that too many digitally automated products for car dealerships is killing the personality of the organization. And by empowering people with just the fundamental tools of what they need to create content of their own, and I know that not every dealership is going to be interested in that idea. However, that's just my approach to it, is creativity first, and then all the other stuff will kind of iron itself out. However, to your point, though, I think that once some of these relationships are established and I become a little more known for this in the industry, potentially bringing on some technology partners would definitely make sense as the next revolution, because even, of course, internet video is changing too with virtual reality and 3D and stuff, and all of those things are coming around the bend real fast too. So yeah, excellent question. Just not right now. Yes?
I was trying to think of something that would relate to Bob's question. What about doing like a video training exercise for the technology that's in the car? You know, whether it's how to set your radio dial, how to set the navigation that could be seen from your cell phone rather than trying to get your laptop out there to try and figure out how to do all these different technology things on the car. Be a economical way to get your foot in the door and get feedback on how well the customer appreciates the opportunity to have that right there next to them.
Yes, and that's one of the, I think one of the most immediate opportunities that dealerships can provide as content to their customers, because especially with customers that aren't as technologically savvy, I mean, I've seen some statistics on how these infotainment systems that have all these features, they don't get used after the first 90 days of ownership because they're too complicated and the features just don't provide that much value. Either that or they're not communicated effectively enough. Right. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Wichita.
Cool. Who are your competitors?
Yes, my competitors, I mean, I don't really feel like I'm a competitor of some of the sales training people in the industry, like the Grant Cardones and the Alan Rams and all these other guys. As far as ground level content production training, a few people touch on it, but it's really more, I've seen a few of their videos where it's just, okay, now get out your cell phone and do an introduction video. So honestly, I mean, probably the closest thing would be the sales trainers that, of course, are very expensive, but I don't know of another training company that offers video production training specifically geared for a car dealership. So I suppose maybe my competition would be all of the other, and believe me, I understand that this idea is not unique on the internet. You can go on the internet and learn video production. I get all that. There's just something about car dealers that want stuff that's made for car dealers. And it's kind of that little closed circle, which I happen to be a part of. Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, it's me again.
Hey, Devin.
I don't get to spend my own money usually, so maybe I don't understand, but does selling or showing a video of a car, does that actually sell the car? Or does a video of a house sell a house? Or are you talking about making videos of each individual car and putting those online? Or are you talking about I'll stand on my head and sell you a car, come into the dealership, walk through the door, those kind of things?
Great question. Again, it's going to vary for how much time the particular dealership has. Personally, I've never been an advocate for making low quality videos of each and every individual piece of inventory. Again, that's a point that could be arguable. However, I feel like since we're looking at an internet video revolution, I feel like video production is going to be as essential to an organization as having a working phone system, being able to type and email. This is coming down to basic internet literacy is one of the selling points that I am trying to do here. So like making video will no longer be for video production people. It will be something for people who wish to communicate on the internet, need to be comfortable with the basics of video production. And so I think there's huge value in being able to create videos, not just to showcase the personality of the dealership, but also for a dealership to reach out to other organizations, for instance, nonprofits. We've had some great success with making videos for nonprofits that we sponsor, and it helps kind of deepen those relationships because you get out a camera and you're welcome in any situation. That's what I love about doing it. All of a sudden, this situation that I have no business being in at all, I get out a camera and then all of a sudden I'm welcome. And that's where you talk to your decision makers. That's where you get in front of rooms of people and talk to the people in your marketing communities, all of whom drive cars. And so no one's going to come here and listen to me talk about the new line of Subarus or whatever. No one's going to fill a room to do that. However, I talk to rooms full of people all the time about digital marketing. And guess what? All those people drive cars too. And that's a piece of value that I think that car dealerships overlook pretty substantially, because they've got these enormous marketing budgets by comparison to other local businesses in their community. Therefore, they can be leaders in their community when it comes to being able to explore the latest and greatest in digital marketing technology. And so I know that didn't answer your question too much, but I think that getting lost in the minutia initially for a dealership is what is preventing them from getting started at all, because they think, oh, I've got 700 cars in inventory, that means 700 videos, already I'm overwhelmed, and then I quit. And so starting with the fundamentals and then working it into the presentation. Maybe it's more than one guy at the dealership that can make video. I don't think it should just be one, because then it becomes more of a team effort. But I think it's a script that starts to write itself once those fundamentals are mastered, and it's not such a remote idea that I too can make video.
So I'd like to ask question. What can we as a community do to help you?
Let's keep the conversation going. And like I said, I would be happy to discuss with any of you. I'm very excited about the amount of leads that I've been getting with this Facebook ad campaign. So if you'd like to kick around some ideas with that, I love having conversations. It's not a paid consultation or whatever. I love learning about different industries, because that's a lens that I can then reapply to the windows that I look through on I was an English major, so I'm speaking in metaphors there. No. So just spread the word, let me know, and if you have an idea for a video training product, even if you're not looking for someone to help you produce the videos or achieve the logistics of it, that's something that I would love to just kick around some ideas, because I love to teach, I love to interact, and I love this group because it's just about those happy collisions that are so important to a strong, vibrant economy. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
If it's all right with you guys, I'd like to introduce the next business presenting. His name is Raymond Lewis, and his business is called FusionSkyPass.
Well, you have me going after an English major. Okay, I'm not going to give a PowerPoint because that's not me. So I'm just going to talk to you guys, and we'll see what happens. How many of you all use Facebook? Okay. Did you know last year Facebook made over $12 billion in advertising revenue? $12 billion. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't personally feel like I received any compensation or any help, or anything for helping a company be worth that kind of money. In this room alone, we accounted for more than $5,000 just with the 100 or so people that just raised their hand. So, what if I told you that you could get paid for posting on social media? How, you ask? The FusionSkyPass social media card. The FusionSkyPass social media card is a card designed to give you the ability to post to social media through the swipe of a card. How it works is simple. You go to FusionSkyPass.com, complete the short sign-up form. Once you complete the sign-up form, make sure you connect your Facebook and Twitter accounts to your personal profile on the website. After that's complete, you have to order the card. Once you order the card, you should receive the card in the mail within a few days. Now, once you receive the card, now you're ready to start receiving discounts, deals, and incentives from participating businesses for using your social media card. So let's get down to brass tacks. Why is a business willing to give you a discount for using a social media card? The average Facebook user has over 300 Facebook friends. The average Twitter user has over 200 followers. So through the swipe of one card, the business has the ability to reach up to 500 people or be seen up to 500 times. So in essence, FusionSkyPass has designed a way for the everyday average person to receive discounts, deals, and incentives for posting to social media. So what I want to do now is give you guys a live demonstration of how this works, because I'm not English major, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. This is the installer that was created right here. What I did, I just swiped this card. This card is the card of Joe Lewis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the account of Raymond Lewis to show you guys a third-party view of exactly what it looks like when you swipe your card. It's coming. There you go. I just posted, I am at 1 million cups, a place designed to unite local entrepreneurs. By swiping this card, that just posted to my Facebook account. Now, something else I want to show you guys is quick, show you guys some other examples of how this could be utilized. Go Sharks. It's really not my fault, I'm telling you. I don't know what's going on. As you can see, that's the 1 million cups one I just posted. This is like a menu style of post, 20% off with a picture of the food, a support local post, a sales flyer type. This one I think is pretty cool, like a coupon type. And the one that I think might be of significant value is like the weekly specials ad post, where if you went to, let's say, a place like Dillon's, and if you swipe the card, it would post a weekly flyer to the card holders post. You know what I mean? That's it. There we go. Let's go for some questions. Oh, well, let me show you guys. On a regular tablet, Windows-based tablet. So any Windows system that runs Windows is able to run this system. It's basically an installer that would be downloaded to the business's computer or POS system, and they would download it and it would work from there. Every individual that had the card would be able to go in there and swipe the card. So there's no special system for each individual card, but they all run separate. So if I gave everybody in here a card, this card would be good everywhere that the people, everywhere that they accept FusionSkyPass.
Are you swiping it over the tablet, or is there an installer? I don't understand.
It's a card reader.
Yeah.
So you have to order a card reader?
It's like $15, $12. I just bought this for $12.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Ray, could you talk with us briefly from the business owner's perspective on why this would be valuable for them to participate?
Social media marketing is a big deal. As I stated, the main way to Facebook and all these other social media companies make money is to advertise, because they have no other revenue to be able to make. They make 60% of their revenue through social media marketing, because that's the only thing they have. So with this allows each individual business to be able to market directly to the social media account of each individual. So I think that in itself, you know what I'm saying, through the one person that comes in, you have the ability to reach up to 500 people. I don't know any other thing that you can do that would allow you to do that.
Sir, my name is Brandon. I was wondering, are you going to sell this to the company? So if I walk into Dillon's, I take my card, swipe it at Dillon's, and then it would post to my Facebook, my Twitter, I'm at Dillon's, here's the local. I mean, is it to the business, or is it to me as a client? Or
that's a good thing. It's both, because I would sell you the card for $10, And as my friend Devin said here, it's a licensing play. So I would license out the technology to the business for them to be able to read the card.
So already there's tons, like you said, people are advertising on social media. That's where people are making their money. That's, as social media users, we see that every single day. It's getting more and more annoying, I would think, and I hear that being talked about. So infiltrating the actual users to become the advertisers, I would feel like would stir up some pushback. And even as a user, I'm pretty protective of my page and what I push out to my followers or my friends, because I don't want to bug them, and I don't want them to say, okay, my friend Benny, he's just getting too chattery about Krispy Kreme, and so I need to shut him down and just unfollow. So how do you plan to handle that?
It's a card. You don't want the deal? Don't swipe the card. There you go. Unlike some of the other ones, the electronic ones, where you walk in, it automatically gives it to you. But this, if you don't want the deal, you don't want people to know where you're at. You're at a place you shouldn't be at. Don't swipe the card. Huh? Oh, okay. You can also, if they don't, they can turn you off from the feed if that's what they chose to do. But and if your card is stolen or anything like that, this has no personal information of yours on it besides your name and your email address. So that's kind of the good thing about this.
I actually have a lot of questions, but I have to narrow it down to one or two. But one, okay, you swipe the card, your account is active all the time, or is it when you decide, hey, I want to make a few bucks today, I'm going to swipe my card, I'm going to run some ads? How do I get paid? I mean, is the card connected to a bank account? Is it a separate Facebook thing? Is it bypassing Facebook together and coming to me? I mean, how is it?
It's a word play. Paid is actually used as, some discounts, deals, and incentives. So 20% off is technically 20% off of whatever you just purchased.
So I'm not directly earning money from ads on my account?
No,
okay,
not in that sense, not in monetary.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, that's fine.
Is this something you had to vet out through Facebook? Are they okay with kind of what you've got modeled out on it?
No, I mean, probably not, but hey, isn't the whole thing about tech companies being what? Disruptive? Hell of a way to be disruptive.
So I know that I have a few friends on Facebook, and they're a certain type of person. So if they recommend a movie, I'm not going to go see that movie a lot of times. So how does the business control who is the influencer of that sort of deal? And maybe you haven't figured that out, but that would be my question.
Like, if they're posting some stuff they shouldn't be posting, turn them off from your news feed. That's the best way to do that. So, I mean, because we as FusionSkyPass, we don't control the what a person decides to post. I mean, we just give the business the ability to use the software. Now, we might have some stipulations on what kind of business can use the software, but, if it's a naughty movie store and you guys don't want to see them ads, then you might have to turn that person off.
So I have a question. I think people say that if you're not paying for it, you are the product. And so for like Facebook, when we're using it, we're not getting money out of it. And that's what you started with. So this is a great way for us to kind of say, no, I will get something out of this. I see where you're coming with that. But how couldn't Facebook, if you do awesome, fantastic, couldn't Facebook, is there anything they could do that could do the exact same thing better? But I don't want to poke you because you're doing a great job. But could they? Disruptive.
If they do that, then that means that I'm doing something right. And usually what I've seen in the past, why didn't they just start doing what Instagram does? Because, they wait until it's a proven product before they decide to jump on it. And hopefully I have enough traction by then that they'll have to come through me before. Plus I've been doing this for I've developed this 4 years ago, so I mean, it's pretty much a market that I have cornered, and I have several other steps planned out. So when that happens, I have a counter move I'm ready for.
What is the strategy? Do you want to license this to Dillon's and to the bookstores, Hastings or whatever, or do you want people to buy the cards? Or Facebook, you know, what is your strategy moving forward?
My strategy, the reason why I'm in here is to let local businesses and business owners know that I'm here and this is a possibility. This you can use this. This is a great tool. So I think the strategy is to be license it out to the different businesses and to sell the card for the people to have the ability to run it. So it's a licensing play as you stated.
This is Facebook here. So I think there is something like a check-in feature on Facebook, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So people just check in, I'm here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say Facebook comes up with saying to businesses, just check in where you are and you will get incentives through Facebook, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you counterattack that if Facebook comes with that?
I think the beautiful thing about this is that you have the ability to control what you want to do, and plus a check-in is just a check-in. This allows the business to formulate whatever they want to post, you know, as if the 20% off or the 10% off or the 2-for-1s. The business has the ability to push their message to you as opposed to, hey, I just checked in at Wichita State, you know.
Great question, or great presentation, by the way. My question is the content that's going to post when you swipe preset by the company, or is there any room for customization on that as well?
I guess I didn't get to that. It's all customization. It's all customized by the business itself. It has presets on the installer to where you can go and you customize your own message, you customize your own, you know, pictures or menus, and you customize what you want it to say. So, I mean, it's all customized by the business that's using the software itself.
I had a quick question for you. As a business owner, is there a format that allows me to obtain these cards? Say if I have a coffee shop, for instance, and I have a frequent, guest card, is there a way that I can put this information on that guest card and it allows those people when they go to collect or go to pay for their drink, hey, you get 20% off if you swipe your card real quick, and then it automatically goes out. You're not relying on that person to send it out for you, but when they go and pay at that location, it automatically blasts everywhere.
That's what it does.
The cards are $10 a piece for the individual user, is that
Right.
correct? What's the cost to the business to set up and be sponsored on this?
Right now, we're playing with a couple different models. The closest competition that I have is like deal sites. So my pricer is directly in a competition with theirs. So it's anywhere from, depending on how big you are, it kind of sliding scale, but from $240 to $500 a year, that is. So right now, once we leave Kansas, anything's happening.
So how are you marketing to businesses?
That's why I'm here.
No, beyond that. I mean, are you doing social media or are you making phone calls to people? I mean, this is hard, picking up businesses. I mean, just figure out how you're going to scale this to businesses.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I'm here, to let the community know that I'm here. Right now, it's been mainly social media and walk-in. I have a couple places that I've dealt with over the years, but this is the first time that I've actually dedicated my time to running this, so it's going to be a better question to answer maybe in a couple more months.
Would you be opposed to a delay, such as like you go there and then 30 minutes later it posts to your Facebook?
Yeah, I think right now, the main thing from both sides is that it does it right there, so you don't have to worry about me posting something to your social media account 30 minutes later or 3 days later, that you didn't authorize. You have to authorize this to be able to post right then, so it's kind of exchange. You give me this, I give you that.
All right, thank you so much. He took my podium and he likes to disrupt people, so I'm gonna let him have it. You did a good job. He's bigger than me too. So what as a community can we do to help you?
Well, I'm here. I made it through this. This is my first presentation ever. So you're being too nice. For the investors that might be in the room or that might be looking, do you want to be the investor that was known, that skipped over FusionSkyPass? There you go.
Thank you. Great job.
Drop the mic.
Well, thank you everybody for one of these will work. Thank you everybody for coming out. Please come back next week. We are going to have a location change soon, and just pay attention to social media for that. But thanks again, and we'll see you next week.